There is a silent crisis happening in the dating lives of modern men. It is not a crisis of effort. It is not a crisis of intention. And contrary to what the internet tells you, it is not even a crisis of looks or money. It is a crisis of understanding. I see men every day who are doing everything right on paper. They have the job, they have the gym routine, they are polite, they are respectful, and yet they fail to generate a lasting impact. They can get a first date, maybe even a second, but they cannot generate that deep, visceral stickiness that makes a woman lie awake at night thinking about them. They are easily replaced. They are easily forgotten. They are seen as nice, but not essential. Her pleasure, her true surrender, does not begin when you touch her body. It does not begin when you kiss her. It begins hours, sometimes days before, in the dark recesses of her mind. It begins when you ignite something inside her psyche that she can't quite explain, but she is compelled to follow. To do this, you must stop acting like a performer trying to earn applause and start acting like an operator who understands the machinery of the human mind. Today, we are going to deconstruct the 5 invisible switches of female pleasure. These are not pickup lines. These are not tricks. These are fundamental psychological triggers that, when activated, bypass her logical brain and speak directly to her emotional center. We are going to look at the neuroscience of dopamine, the evolutionary psychology of safety, the cognitive burden of decision-making, and we are going to apply the ancient wisdom of Stoicism to ground these concepts in a masculinity that is unshakable. This is the difference between the man she dates and the man she remembers for the rest of her life. Let's begin with switch number 1, focused attention, or the pleasure of being fully perceived. We live in the age of the attention economy. Information is cheap, but attention is the most expensive currency on earth. And yet, when I observe men on dates or in their relationships, I see them squandering this currency. They are physically present, but energetically absent. They are sitting across from a beautiful woman, but they are checking their phone. They are scanning the room, or worse, they are looking at her, but they are not seeing her. They are stuck in their own heads, worrying about what to say next, worrying if they are impressive enough. This fractured attention is a desire killer. Why? Because the female nervous system is a highly sensitive radar for presence. From an evolutionary standpoint, a woman needed to know if the man she was with was capable of focus. A man who is easily distracted by a rustling bush or a shiny object was a man who got eaten, or a man who failed to protect the tribe. Today, that biological circuit remains. When you are distracted, when your eyes dart around, you are subcommunicating anxiety. You are signaling that you are not grounded. But when you lock in, when you bring the full weight of your consciousness to bear on the person in front of you, that is a drug. It creates what psychologists call attunement. There is a profound lesson from the Stoic emperor Marcus Aurelius that applies perfectly here. In his meditations, he wrote, "Concentrate every minute like a Roman, like a man, on doing what's in front of you with precise and genuine seriousness, tenderly, willingly, with justice, and on freeing yourself from all other distractions." Marcus Aurelius wasn't writing about dating, but he was writing about the essence of masculinity, the ability to command one's own mind. When you apply this precise and genuine seriousness to a woman, the effect is electric. You are creating a closed attention field. Most men think they need to be interesting to generate attraction. They talk about their cars, their promotions, their gym PRs. They are broadcasting. But the men who seduce effortlessly do the opposite. They are receiving. They are observing. Let's look at the practical application of this. Imagine you are at dinner. The average man is leaning back, looking at the menu, checking his notifications. He is scattered. Now imagine the man who understands the closed attention field. He puts his phone away, not just on the table, but completely out of sight. He orients his torso directly towards her. He slows his blinking, he slows his breathing, and he listens. But he doesn't just listen to the words. He listens to the subtext. He notices the way her voice pitches up when she talks about her passion. He notices the micro-expression of hesitation when she talks about her job, and he calls it out. He says, "I noticed your eyes lit up when you mentioned painting. Tell me more about that." This is not a technique. This is presence. You are signaling to her reptilian brain, "I am here. I am safe. I am strong enough to block out the world and focus entirely on you." This makes a woman feel seen. And for many women, feeling truly seen is an experience so rare, so intoxicating, that it mimics the effects of falling in love. Her brain releases oxytocin, the bonding chemical, before you have even touched her hand. So the first switch is not about what you do to her body. It is about how you hold her in your awareness. It is the discipline of the Stoic, eliminating the unnecessary to focus on the essential. Now let's move to switch number 2, tension and mystery, or the pleasure of anticipation. If switch 1 is about making her feel safe and seen, switch 2 is about making her feel excited and addicted. And this is where the nice guy fails. The nice guy thinks that if he likes her, he should show it 100%. He answers her texts in 30 seconds. He tells her his entire life story on the first date. He is an open book. The problem is, an open book has no suspense. And without suspense, there is no dopamine. Dopamine is not the molecule of pleasure. It is the molecule of wanting. It is the fuel of seeking. Neuroscience tells us that dopamine spikes highest not when we get the reward, but when we anticipate the reward. It is the uncertainty, the maybe, that drives the brain crazy. When you give a woman everything, all your attention, all your history, all your validation, you kill the anticipation. You have satisfied the hunger before she even had a chance to feel it. You become boring, predictable, safe, but not sexy. To activate the second switch, you must master the art of the micro cliffhanger. You must learn to be a trailer, not the whole movie. This requires a shift in your behavior. It means you must be comfortable with silence. It means you must be comfortable with space. The modern man is terrified of space. He feels that if he doesn't text her every day, she will forget him. So he floods her inbox. Good morning. How is your day? Good night. This is low-value behavior. It screams, I have nothing else going on in my life except you. The man who understands high-value dynamics operates differently. He applies the 70-30 rule. In every interaction, he delivers 70% of the value. He is charming, he is funny, he is present, but he holds back 30%. He leaves the conversation at a high point, not when it has dragged on and died. He ends the date when things are still amazing, leaving her wanting 10 more minutes. Think about it like a TV show. The best shows end the episode right at the climax. They cut to black. And what do? You scream at the TV, and then you spend the next week thinking about what happens next. You are hooked. You need to be the season finale, not the reruns. Practically, this looks like telling a story but holding back the ending until later. Revealing a detail about your past, but keeping the context vague, saying, I have a crazy theory about you, but I'll tell you next time. It drives the human mind into a frenzy of curiosity. When you are not with her, this switch continues to work. If you are constantly available, you are a commodity. But if you have periods of unavailability because you are working, training, building your empire, you become a prize. Her mind starts to fill in the gaps. Where is he? What is he doing? Is he thinking about me? This mental investment she is making is the glue of attraction. She is building a fantasy of you in her mind, and that fantasy is often more powerful than reality. This naturally leads us to a switch that almost no man talks about, but every woman craves. Switch number 3, decisive direction, or the pleasure of surrender. We live in a world of infinite choices. What to eat, what to watch, where to go, what to buy. Psychologists call this decision fatigue. The average person makes 35,000 remotely conscious decisions each day. By the time a woman gets off work, her prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for decision-making, is exhausted. The last thing she wants is a man who asks, I don't know, what do you want to do? When you ask this, you think you are being nice. You think you are being accommodating. But what you are actually doing is transferring the cognitive load onto her. You are giving her a job. You are forcing her to stay in her masculine, logical planning energy. And if she is in her masculine energy, she cannot be in her feminine energy. She cannot relax. She cannot flow. Switch number 3 is about taking the burden of leadership. It is about becoming the architect of the experience. This aligns with the Stoic principle of action. A Stoic does not drift. He directs. He has a purpose. When you say, I'm picking you up at 7, wear something nice, we are going for Italian, you are not being controlling. You are being a leader. You are giving her a gift. The gift is freedom from choice. For those few hours, she doesn't have to think. She just has to be. This activates a deep, primal switch of trust. If you can handle the logistics of a date, her subconscious thinks, maybe you can handle the logistics of life. Maybe you can handle a crisis. Maybe you can handle her. The key here is not tyranny. It is competence. It is having a plan, even if the plan is simple. Let's take a walk to this specific park is infinitely better than do you want to walk. When a man leads with competence, a woman surrenders with joy. She relaxes physically. Her shoulders drop. Her voice softens. She enters a state of receptivity. This is the pleasure of surrender, and it is impossible to achieve if you are constantly asking for her permission to lead. Now, once you have her attention, her curiosity, and her trust through leadership, you must maintain the container. This brings us to switch number 4. Switch number 4, exciting safety, or the pleasure of letting go without fear. This sounds like a paradox. How can something be exciting and safe at the same time? Usually we think of exciting as dangerous, the bad boy, and safe as boring, the nice guy. But the holy grail of male attractiveness lies in the synthesis of these two. I call it the dangerous safe harbor. Women crave safety, but they do not crave the safety of a weak man who cannot hurt them. They crave the safety of a dangerous man who chooses not to hurt them. This is a massive distinction. A rabbit is harmless, but a rabbit is not safe. It is just weak. A lion standing guard is safe. Switch 4 is about emotional stability. It is about being an unshakable axis in the middle of her chaos. Women are often more emotionally fluid than men. Their emotions can change like the weather, stormy one minute, sunny the next. This is not a flaw. It is a feature of feminine energy. It is tied to creativity, intuition, and life force. But for this energy to flourish, it needs a container. It needs a masculine structure that can withstand the storm without cracking. When a woman tests you, when she is moody, when she cancels plans last minute, when she throws a small drama your way, she is unconsciously asking one question: is he strong enough to handle me? Most men fail this test. They get defensive, they get angry, they try to argue with logic, or they crumble and apologize when they did nothing wrong. In all these cases, the man has lost his frame. He has shown that her emotions control his emotions, and if she can control your emotions, she cannot trust you. Here, we must return to Stoicism. The philosopher Epictetus gave us the ultimate guide to this switch. Men are disturbed not by things, but by the views which they take of them. And more importantly, it is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. A high-value man cultivates what the Stoics called apatheia, not apathy, but equanimity, freedom from suffering. It is the ability to observe an emotion without being hijacked by it. Practical application: you are on a date. She makes a sarcastic comment. The insecure man reacts. The Stoic man, he smiles. He holds eye contact. He maybe agrees and amplifies the joke. He remains completely unbothered. This signals exciting safety. It tells her, this man is so solid in his reality that my little storms cannot move him. When she feels this, her nervous system relaxes. She feels she can let go. But remember the exciting part. You cannot just be a stone wall. You must be a stone wall with a fireplace. You must have warmth, humor, and a touch of unpredictability. You provide the direction, safety, but you take her on an adventure, excitement. And finally, we arrive at the 5th, and perhaps the most powerful switch of all, the one that separates the boys from the kings. Switch number 5, radical non-attachment, or the pleasure of the unattainable. This is the ultimate Stoic test. It is what we call outcome independence. Most men reek of neediness, even if they don't say it. Their energy screams, please like me, please validate me, please don't reject me. Neediness is the opposite of desire. You cannot desire something you already have, and you cannot respect something that begs for your attention. The 5th switch is the ability to be completely present with her, to enjoy her, to desire her, but to not need anything from her. It is the mindset that says, I want you, but I will be perfectly fine without you. Seneca, the great Stoic philosopher, spoke of this when he discussed fortune. He taught that we should enjoy the gifts of fortune while we have them, but not cling to them as if they were ours forever. In dating, this manifests as a powerful form of confidence. It is the willingness to walk away. When a woman senses that you are willing to walk away if your boundaries are crossed, or if the connection isn't right, her respect for you skyrockets. Why? Because it proves you have standards. It proves you value yourself more than you value her validation. The irony of attraction is that the moment you stop fearing rejection, you become impossible to reject. When you stop trying to impress her, you become impressive. When you detach from the outcome, you gain control of the process. Practical application. This means not over-pursuing. It means if she pulls back, you don't chase. You lean back too. You mirror her investment. It means being authentic even if it might polarize her. You state your true opinions even if she disagrees. You are not afraid of losing her because you are anchored in your own value. This creates a scarcity mindset in her brain. We value what is rare. A man who requires nothing is the rarest thing in the world. She realizes that she cannot manipulate you with her beauty or her sex appeal. She has to earn you, and human beings love what they have to earn. Conclusion. Let's synthesize this. You are not just learning dating tips here. You are building a new identity. Focused attention. You make her feel seen, oxytocin. Tension and mystery. You make her feel anticipation, dopamine. Decisive direction. You relieve her cognitive load and allow her to surrender. Exciting safety. You provide the emotional rock she can trust. Radical non-attachment. You prove you are a prize that cannot be bought, only earned. When you combine these 5 switches, you are no longer competing with other men. You are in a category of one. You are not just a guy she met. You are an experience. You are an emotional event in her life. This transformation is not easy. It requires you to kill the boy inside you who wants mommy's approval and birth the man who seeks his own respect. It requires you to stop asking, does she like me? And start asking, do I respect myself? The beauty of this system is that it places the power back in your hands. You don't need to be 6 feet tall. You don't need a Ferrari. You need control over your own mind. As the Stoics taught, true power is self-command. Now, what I have given you here is the map. But a map is not the terrain. Knowing these switches is one thing. Installing them into your nervous system so they become your default setting is another. In the heat of the moment, when a beautiful woman is staring at you, when the pressure is on, old habits return. You will want to seek validation. You will want to break the silence. You will want to react to her tests. To bridge the gap between knowing and doing, you need a system. You need a daily protocol. This is why I created the Code of Seduction. The Code of Seduction is not just a course, it is a reprogramming of your social operating system. In it, we go much deeper into the how. How to read her micro-expressions to know exactly when to escalate. The specific verbal loops that create mystery without being rude. How to make decisions that she naturally wants to follow. How to build that stoic emotional armor so that you become rejection-proof. And how to internalize the radical non-attachment so it's not an act, but who you are. We dive into the psychology of the shadow. How to integrate your dark side to become more dangerous and attractive. We break down the exact text structures that build anticipation. This is the advanced class. If you are tired of being the nice guy, tired of the friend zone, or just tired of feeling like you are guessing in the dark, it is time to get the code. The choice is yours. You can continue to play the game by the rules of society. Be nice, be safe, be forgotten. Or you can learn the rules of biology and psychology. You can learn to operate the switches. Click the link in the description or the pinned comment to access the Code of Seduction. Stop leaving your romantic life to chance. Start engineering your impact.